USAA knows dynamic duos can save the day, like superheroes and sidekicks or auto and home insurance. With USAA, you can bundle your auto and home and save up to 10%. Learn more and get a quote at usaa.com/bundle. Restrictions apply.
Not all meals are created equal. For instance, breakfast has the spicy egg McMuffin for a limited time, and lunch doesn't. McDonald's breakfast comes first. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Hey everyone, it's your girl Breeny Lee, and welcome to the Pep Talk podcast, where we have real, raw, relatable conversations with the pep talk you need. You have the power to create your future with the choices that you make today.
What do you bring to the table? Baby, I am the table. Love yourself a little bit more than that, ladies. Come on.
Dust settles, queens don't. And don't forget, know your worth and then add tax. Period. Well, so I already know that some of you guys are going to be like, what the hell are you talking about? I know a lot of you guys are probably like tuned out already, but you guys have to hear me out. I'm not saying what I'm saying is 100% fact, but hear me out. I'm going to make some good points, okay? Why you should not date hot guys. Why you should not only go after hot guys, or why you should not only go after a guy based on his looks. Okay, so let me build my case. Let me just say this goes for hot girls and hot guys as well. And some of you are probably looking at me like, oh, but aren't you a hot girl? Aren't you like telling on yourself? Maybe, but I think this is where a lot of us females go wrong in dating, okay? And it is why we have some unrealistic standards for the guys that are actually going to be good for us. I have to tread so carefully, but you guys know I'm not dumb, okay? I shouldn't have to state the obvious. Of course, looks are important. Of course, looks matter. But to go after someone solely and purely because of their genetics is wrong, okay, on so many levels. And I'll tell you number one reason why you shouldn't date a hot guy just because he's hot, okay? Number one is a lot of good-looking guys, good-looking girls have what we call the pretty privilege. It's like winning the genetics lottery. You did nothing to deserve these looks, okay? However, society praises you. Society praises you for something that you didn't do anything to earn. So what a lot of guys that are just simply hot, no one understand, is that girls will go after them simply because of their physical aesthetics. They don't have to take time to actually build their character. And I mentioned in one of my videos, I have seen a lot of hot guys whose character is absolutely trash. And the reason being is because they are praised in society for their good looks, and they haven't taken the time to actually develop any meaningful character. They get by on luck, literally on luck. And the hot guys I'm talking about here, let me just break it down. The hot guys that I'm talking about are the ones that know that they're hot. There are, however, guys that do not know that they're freaking hot, yeah, but they're freaking hot. And I know quite a few of them, but I think it's the guys that know they are hot, know that they can get the girls because of their looks, because of their aesthetics. It definitely goes for girls as well. Speaking from experience, yeah. Like, a guy will put up with so much trash from a girl because she's pretty. And like, you guys don't know that she knows that. She actually is aware that the only reason why you are staying, even though she stresses you out, even though she's a shitty person, is because she's pretty. And so a lot of guys out here, you gas girls up, okay? And then you turn around and say, oh, girls are trash. You gas them up so much based on only their appearance. And you turn around and you wonder why they ain't shit. They ain't shit. Like, and the same to go for hot guys. Like, we put hot guys on a pedestal. I highly believe, and I've come to the conclusion, that it's because Hollywood, entertainment, social media has sold us a dream, okay? Hollywood has sold us a dream that in the perfect story is with a pretty girl and a good-looking guy. Hashtag goals. Hollywood has sold us a dream that if two people look good, they must be good. So you, as a lady, now, when you think about dating, what's one of the number one things on your list? He has to be tall. 6'2" and over, yeah? Do you know what? I read the statistics the other day, and it said that something like this, less than 5% of the population are over 6 foot. Which means that most guys out here are average height. 5'8" is your average height, okay? Most guys out here are small. But because we've been sold this dream and our society has praised the stature of a man, tall basketball players, these rappers that are like super tall and just hot and gorgeous. And so our standards as ladies, our physical standards as ladies are like all the way up here when it comes to appearance. And I'm freaking guilty of it. Stop being so freaking shallow. No, my thing is like a good looking guy has to earn his right to you. And he can't just get to you because he's good looking. But the truth is, and if we're honest with ourselves, ladies, we will put up with so much more from a hot guy than a guy that was just not our type or average looking. I don't know what it is. Well, I do know what it is. Looks. Looks are so important to us. And I think the reason why we are so obsessed with having a guy that is hot or good looking, or like the guys in the movies, or we call him Idris Elba, all these kind of guys that you say quote unquote is a hot guy, is because of how they would look next to you. And that's the reason why you chase a guy. And he may not even just be hot, he may be really popular, he may have like a lot of money. Like the reason why these things are attractive to us is because it makes us look better. And if we're being honest, that is completely true. That's why a lot of good guys say that girls don't want good guys. They want the guys that treat them badly but look good. That's just the truth. And I think it's like I was saying in my other videos, that there's nothing wrong with wanting a hot guy, yeah? But if you lead with just that, if you lead with physical appearance, you're going to get trapped because he may not have the most important qualities, which is inside, not outside. And so I guess the challenge that I'm having right now is, do I want the most picture perfect guy? For what though? Like, why? Like, do I want the most picture perfect guy that doesn't really have what I guess I need in a man, but he's buff? If I feel like this, then I know there's a bunch of you guys out there that also see it like this as well. And I think the thing is, we've been bamboozled, we've been tricked. I just feel like we've been tricked in the media to go after someone that looks good but that isn't good. Women, we put up with so much just because a guy is hot. It's shallow, but it's facts. It's absolutely true. There's so much things that a guy that is hot, that is popular, that has got credibility, that we put up with that we wouldn't if the guy wasn't our type, if he wasn't average. And I think this is where this whole thing came from. When you look at gorgeous celebrities, we look at celebrities like Beyonce, like Kelly Rowland. Let's take Beyonce for instance, yeah. Beyonce, in her music videos, her male love interest, and like even in the movies, will be some gorgeous chocolate guy, some beautiful, physically attractive guy. And these celebrities in the videos, they will be like making it seem like, oh my god, these guys look so perfect, hashtag goals. But in reality, out of all the men in the world, she chose Jay-Z. Let's talk about marriage, yeah. If you're looking for a long-term partner, there's only so much looking at him and being like, oh my god, babe, you're so beautiful, you're so gorgeous. Like, there's only so much of that you can do before the beauty starts to piss you off, because there's nothing else, right? And it's like, it just appears to me that the reason why we want the guy that is fine is for perception's sake. We want the Instagram husband. Like, we want people to look at us and be like, oh my god, her guy is like, that guy is buff, you know? We want people to envy our relationships, especially with social media. That is what we want. Like, we want people to be like, yeah, that's goals. I guess we also wonder why the quote-unquote hot guy or good-looking guy, the one that doesn't know that he's actually hot, yeah, he will go with someone that is average. And the reason being is because that average girl does not look at him and treat him any differently just because he is fine, okay? She's gonna sit back and be like, you're cute, but are you a nice person? Like, what else do you have going on? And she's not gonna put this guy up on this freaking pedestal that says this guy can do no wrong. A guy knows when you put him on a pedestal. A guy knows when you're only with him because he's fine. Like, I've been told this, like, guys know when you're just with them for shallow reasons. And the thing is, you disrespect yourself because there's standards that you wouldn't put in place because he's hot. You will allow him to get away with murder, literally, because he's fine. I know what I'm talking about, and it sounds shallow because it is shallow. And I think our generation is probably like one of the most shallow generation there is, because we spend so much time on our phones, like goals. Like, we spend so much time looking at things that look perfect. But real life and real life relationships are not perfect. I think give the average guy a chance, okay? Because here's the thing, and when I say average, I mean the guy that is not magazine material, the guy that may not be picture perfect, but he's good to you and he treats you right and he loves you and he's kind and he adores you. Like that kind of guy, he may not give you butterflies, but he'll give you peace. I think the older you get, the more you appreciate and you really value the things that a man can offer you, like support, like encouragement, like love, like stability, like commitment. These grown things, like these things make a husband. The shallow stuff makes a temporary boyfriend or a situationship. It's fun to go out and get attention because you guys look bomb together. But if we're talking about future, we're talking about growing. If we're talking about the future, we're talking about a family, raising a family. The kind of qualities you're looking for in a man should not only be aesthetics, it should be inner quality, it should be character, it should be a character of the man. So my thing is, give the average guy a chance. An average guy maybe just be cute, but his dress sense is awful. The good thing about dating an average guy is you can actually upgrade him. And I don't mean that in an egotistical way, but if you're a beautiful woman, if you know how to dress, there's no shame in going and taking your man to the shop and being like, babe, you should try this. And I feel like I've seen it on social media with women, especially like women in like ministry and women online like, that I've been following that have husbands, let's be clear, husbands, not boyfriends, that they may have started off like not looking that great, but as the years have gone by, like their dress sense has improved. Now their dress sense actually looks like their own style. It doesn't look like their wife's dressing them. It actually looks like their own style. And I just think that trivial things like fashion and style and even height, like I know you guys probably won't believe me, yeah, but I've dated a few short guys. Like I have dated a few short guys. It's not an issue. Like it's a non-factor. When you genuinely like a person and when a person genuinely treats you well, all of that other stuff is great, but it's not fundamental, it's not important. And I guess it's the purpose of this video. Focus on what is important. Like we should be open to dating guys that are not our usual type, because aren't you tired of dating the same type of guy? And it's like when a guy has external qualities about him, there's this infatuation that you have about him. And I've come to understand and believe that it's the infatuation is due to your own low self-esteem, and everything comes back down to self-esteem. If you know you're beautiful, you don't need someone else that is also beautiful to validate your own beautifulness, basically. That makes sense. And it's like I saw this woman, I watched her the other day, and she was basically talking about women, you being beautiful is enough. She was just like, you don't need a guy that is going to be equally as beautiful as you. You are the beauty. Like you're the one that's supposed to be beautiful. A guy doesn't need to be pretty. A guy does not have to be beautiful, okay? It's not about picture perfection. It's not about looking good together or online and stuff like that. It doesn't matter. I guess that's why I'm saying it doesn't even matter in the long run. And I think that a lot of us women, we do have quite unrealistic physical standards when it comes to the guys that we say we like. And I keep on saying this, but a lot of what we think we like is influenced by the media. Imagine you didn't have social media. Imagine you didn't have a phone. Imagine there was no magazine out there and you met a guy that was just great. Like he treated you so well. He loved you. He adored you. He valued you. He treated you so well. You mean to tell me you're gonna say, oh no, you're not my type? Get out of here. Like, get out of here, man. Get out of here.
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Shit, I'm saying.
If there was no social media, if there was no one to compare your relationship to, if there was no magazines telling you, oh, this is the kind of guys that you should go in for, if there was no one else influencing you, the type of guys that you would date would be so different. And that's what I'm saying. So if you think about it like that, you will then realize that the only reason why you're attracted to these type of guys is because they make you look good. And that, my friend, is BS. It's BS, right? I think women, and I really want to talk about this in one of my videos, we've been sold a dream. We've been sold a fairy tale. Our Prince Charming is gonna come and he's gonna sweep us off of our feet and he's gonna be like this and he's gonna look like this and he's gonna have this much money, and like we literally want to build a man. Like we women wish we could build a man. We wish we could take this part, put it here, put it here, put it here, put it here, put it. That's not how it works. No man's gonna be perfect because you, my friend, are not perfect either. We need to focus on the people that are good for us. And just because that guy is good for her does not mean that this guy is going to be good for me. I guess my takeaway is be open, okay? Your type clearly has not worked for you. So I guess my challenge for you is to date someone that is not your type. Someone that treats you well, but isn't your usual type. I'm saying deuces to the guys that I find physically attractive because they look like sugar, but taste like salt. And I guess also, this is what I want to say. Stop praising men, stop praising women just based on physical appearance. We are so freaking shallow. We are. It's going to be detrimental because this stuff is not important. This stuff is important. This stuff is so important. And it's like, even for me, I get overlooked because I'm judged based on my appearance most of the time and not on my character. So a guy will look at me and he'll feel like, oh no, she's like too much, and not even get a chance to know me and freaking realize that I'm super down to earth. Like, I'm a down ass chick. No, like they won't even realize that I'm cool because I'm judged by my appearance. So my thing is not saying that you hot guys or guys that are good looking are shallow or they don't have any depth to them. I'm just saying don't lead with physical attraction because it's only part of the puzzle. It's not the whole piece. And I guarantee you, if you get with a guy that treats you how you want to be treated, not anybody else, you want to be treated, that guy will become even more attractive to you. Because like I said in my last video, attraction is not only physical, it is energy, okay? It is how that person makes you feel when you're around them. I want to help some of us because it would be nice to sit there and be like, I want this in that guy. He has to be tall, he has to have waves, he has to be dark skin, he has to have straight teeth. It would be bloody great if you could literally build a man. But we live in a real world, okay? And no man out there looks perfect, dresses perfectly, makes the perfect salary, whatever tickles your fancy. No guy out there is perfect, okay? I say it again, it doesn't freaking matter. The only thing that really matters is how he treats you and how he makes you feel. So that's my piece, guys. We do ourselves a disservice, and at the end of the day, these things don't even matter. And I'm gonna say it again, it don't matter. Date someone that is not your type, okay? Types are all influenced by what you see in the media, okay? And it's nice to fantasize about these kind of guys, but the guys that you see in these magazines and the movies, they rarely get married. They're like 1% of the population.
Well, thank you for listening to this episode of the Pep Talk podcast. It would mean so much to me if you can leave a review, rate this episode, and I will see you in the next one. Stay fabulous, ladies.